Welcome back to the show. I don't know if that was actually in sync or not, because I can't hear the game that well.
It's on 7.
Well, it's more so... I think it's more so your AC than anything else. Your Animal Crossing is really, loud.
Yeah. I was watching Arlo's latest video. And now he said, people were complaining about not getting Animal Crossing and Star Fox. I was like, give Nintendo a break! They gotta save something for later.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm going the wrong way.
Going the wrong way.
You're going the wrong way!
Take that.
While you can't take fall damage, falling from a certain height does temporarily stun you.
Oh, okay.
I mean, what do you think this was? Metroid Prime Hunters? Speaking of Hunters, I want to say this right now.
Yeah.
Federation Force is a better game than Hunters, and yet I feel like people didn't piss and moan about Hunters as much. Probably because the series wasn't in as dire straits as it was when it came out.
Yeah, I mean, they got Metroid Prime 3 around that time, right?
No, Hunters came out before Prime 2, I think. Or, like, after Prime 2.
So, yeah. Still.
Of course.
That was still, I guess, a good time for Metroid.
Yeah, and while I don't think it had come out yet, whoops. My finger slipped. Anyways, Zero Mission was also, like, on its way.
I wonder what would have happened if that... What would the reaction have been of that game? I still think it would have been negative.
By the way, remember this Cordite?
Yeah.
Missile expansion. Cordite can be destroyed with super missiles.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of super missiles, hey. This will make me run through my missiles really fast, but Shadow Pirates are no match for super missiles. Actually, most pirates are no match for super missiles.
Hey guys.
I feel bad for you guys. I'm going to use just the regular power beam and no lock on. And you're dead. Shadow Pirates do not have cannons. They are basically pirate ninjas.
Pirate ninjas.
Yep. They're just ninjas.
Believe it, I'm gonna be king of the pirates!
Yes, that.
Yeah.
Last night I asked Mark I messaged Mark on Skype, sorry. Like, could not remember the name of the thing that I use a lot.
The thing you use almost every day.
And I said, okay, out of Dragon Ball, considering both Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z as a whole, and then you have One Piece and Naruto, which has the best filler? And he's like, his response was, takes out a gun, shoots Naruto filler in the head, drags its corpse. Sorry, what was the question?
It's like, and it's a good thing you brought that up, because I didn't really go into much detail about that on Skype of why my reaction was that. It's like, you really had to be there when this happened to fully understand how fucking horrendous. Like, it was just set up to have the worst filler ever. The setup was perfect because they refused to move into Shippuden right away. They refused to go to the time jump.
Oh, you mean unlike One Piece where it was just like, yeah, we're going to wait for the time jump. Or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, One Piece was almost immediate. There was like, I expected weeks, if not months, of filler of just the Straw Hats training. I honestly thought that's what they might do.
To be perfectly honest, if that's all Naruto filler actually was, it might not have been so bad.
But yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, was it bad. And it went on for years! What show has fillers that go on for years?
I really shouldn't do this in the middle of a recording, but fuck it.
And every episode was worse than the last. Rasengan! 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 Rasengan!
Rasengan!
It's like
Dun, 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 dun,
the
dun,
equivalent
Rasengan!
like Luffy defeating someone with one of his moves, and then nearly every filler episode is just Bazooka! 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 That's how bad it was.
Coordinate's statue is worn out, eh?
Then let's destroy it!
And let's power up this door! I said, let's power up this door! Gotta get my missiles. So, Mark,
Yeah?
I have a question. Have you seen Galaxy Quest?
The movie with Tim Allen?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
Let's see, I'm trying to think about more of that stupid Naruto. It was like,
Hold on that thought, because
it's the boss!
you're gonna understand real quick why I asked about Galaxy Quest.
I fought this boss before.
Ah.
It's probably not too long after this that Nintendo deleted my save file! Sent in to get my Wii repaired, and they wiped my memory.
Rock! 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 Rock!
I
rock,
wanna
rock! 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 They're saying rock! 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 Rock!
Man, we fight rock monsters in quite a few Nintendo games, don't we?
What is out of scanning range? By the way, bosses take longer to scan. New creature! Is that Thardas?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Thardas! An animated sentient creature of stone charged with phazon radiation. The phazon radiation given off by Thardas negates auto-targeting systems, preventing lock-on. It may be possible to acquire your alternate targets with a different visor. The chaotic nature of phazon irradiation leads to instability in its structural integrity. Thardas can encase targets in ice, and its colossal size and strength make it a formidable opponent. Yeah, so you remember the rock monster from Galaxy Quest?
Yeah. And have you ever thought about the fact that we fight a lot of rock monsters in Nintendo games? Like, okay, we fought there's this, then there's those big rock golem guys from Breath of the Wild. And then
what about that rock monster that runs away from you in Star Fox 64?
Oh yeah, that guy in that temple area on Venom. Yeah, I remember that guy. And then of course you got a whole bunch of rock monsters you fight in Pokemon. They're Pokemon rocks. They're rock-type monsters. And then you've got a few rock monsters you fight in Mario too.
One of them is also a giant hand monster.
And of course there's lots of rock monsters you fight in Kirby to get the rock ability. The stone ability. So yeah, Nintendo has us fighting lots of rocks.
They also have us fighting a lot of disembodied hands.
Yeah.
Now, I could technically be using super missiles for this fight, but I think the wave beam makes it a little bit more interesting. After all, he's a rock ice type, he's not ground type.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, if this thing were a Pokemon, it would be rock ice type.
Bam, shoot him up, shoot him up.
I'm using the homing ability of my... Overloaded. Using the homing ability of my wave beam. Not to mention its increased power. Metroid Prime was the first Metroid game where you could hurt bosses with uncharged beams. Where you could just shoot them like this.
You know, it's funny how Naruto actually has several openings that I enjoy. I can't listen to them anymore because I listened to them way too much back when it was popular. But I did enjoy a large number of Naruto openings. Except for the very first one.
The Fighting Dreamers? You didn't like it?
No, that's not the first one.
Oh, it's not?
That's like the second one.
That was the first one the dub used. For good reason.
The very first one that's played in the original Japanese is I Wanna Rock. Or I Wanna Rocks. And it is horrific. It is so bland. And I know that they mix in English into Japanese songs a lot, especially for anime openings, but usually it works. I Wanna Rocks! Like, what? What? Seriously? It is such a bad song.
Stop freezing me!
And if anyone loves that song, you can bring it up in the comments and I will argue with you to my grave, because I fucking hate that song.
If you like that song, more power to you. It's your opinion. It's your wrong opinion, but it's your opinion. Not that again. Oh, by the way, did you know they added bloom lighting to the Wii version of Metroid Prime 1?
Huh.
So right now we're seeing bloom.
Interesting.
They did not add bloom to Metroid Prime 2, however, because that game had its own unique lighting engine and they couldn't make bloom work with the lighting. The lighting still looks really good in that game, even without added bloom.
Yeah.
It's just that game did some weird lighting effect. I think it might have like pre-rendered or scripted lighting, which is why bloom doesn't work with it.
Huh.
But they at least got the charge beam effects on the cannon to stay in the Wii version, unlike this game. Enemies in the Prime game... Actually, I can't even say that about the Prime games. Enemies in classic Metroid games will constantly throw shit at you that you can destroy for, like, extra missiles and whatnot.
Huh.
Bosses, and like in Super Metroid, Kraid throws out like little fingernails and shit that you can destroy to get missiles back, and
it's funny how I look back on Naruto filler, and I don't even know why I watched so much of it. Why was I I think I know why.
You were all waiting for the show to pick back up into its regular, and then when it did, it's kind of like
too little, too late. Oh, by the way, just to rub that salt right into the wound. You know what happened after they did the first arc of Naruto Shippuden?
they did a filler arc.
Yep! Guys, you gave the manga so much time to get ahead. You couldn't even do 2 arcs before you cram more filler down our throats?
Oh, you know one thing that the One Piece anime is currently doing in its current arc that's getting on people's nerves?
What?
One Piece is, like, determined not to go into filler land. So you know what they're doing now?
What?
Basically, it's like they're stretching an entire chapter of manga into a single episode.
Huh.
And people were like, okay, we'd almost rather have filler than this. Because it makes the pacing unnatural and it makes it linger on things for too long.
Yeah, that's not good.
Have a super miss. Oh wow, that really drained a lot of his health. I'm just gonna take some pot shots at him as he rolls around at not the speed of sound.
Yes!
Thardus defeated!
You have been vanquished!
Well, I guess you could say that was Thardus. No. No. Boom! I threw a rock at her! It was a big rock.
Get it, 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 get it!
Spin, 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 spin. Spider ball!
Spider ball! Spider ball!
Can attach to rails like a spider wall.
Can it spin?
Yes, it can.
Here it goes.
In the bend.
Look out!
Here comes the spider ball.
In a land of ice, there are monsters about. When you need some help, we're slowly moving around.
Spider ball, leaves the bombs along the wall.
Can it turn back into back to normal size? Yes, it can. It's a ball. Here comes the spider ball.
First introduced in Metroid 2, it could climb anything too. But then they had to change it for 3D because it would break the game.
Beware! Here comes the spider ball. Dan, Dan, Dan! And they say that a spider ball will save us. Okay, no, let's not do that Spider-Man song.
What?
I'm not sure if do you remember that? It was like, they had a song for the first Spider-Man movie, and I can't remember what band did it. But it used to be all over the place.
Oh. Now that I have the spider ball, I can scan the spider
The spider.
the magnetic rail system. I have the hiccups.
We are at 20 minutes now.
Memory caverns! Have you ever thought that Samus just gets on these elevators and, like, it is like she has this stern look on her face, but in her head, she's just going, whee!
I like to imagine the Chozo on these elevators, just bird guys standing around. So, how's your project going? Oh, it's good. Good. We got the track set up, and it's really coming along.
Oh, here's a save point right here.
Oh, perfect.
Convenient.
Timing. Convenient.
So, yeah, we got a subscription in the upper left-hand corner and playlists in the other 4 corners of the screen. You know, it's a setup that I think I've only seen us do. Bye.
Bye.